subscribe. This is my first Madden video, so I hope you enjoy it. And I play on PlayStation, so if you would like to play me, put your gamer tag in the comments, and I will get back to you soon.
30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love
Madden, they hate me the same.
Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might
Actually, random team for them. Jaguars, Houston, or Titans. Definitely not Titans. You know what? We're gonna let them get the Dolphins. And we will take Seattle. Pro and enhanced. Let's see what they're on. Pro, enhanced. No, enhanced. Let's see their color rush. Alright, yeah, I like this. There we go. Bob. Now. Oh my gosh, they love and hate me the same. Goated right here. Somebody might want it now. Let's get into this thing.
11 a.m. check out, might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come I need rest, no recess in my schedule? Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the errands need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
Made it to Super Bowl and we're off. Sorry if you can hear that background noise, because that is my doggy. Type in the comments who you think will get MVP of this year.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan. Okay, Coach. Well, the road
also comment your favorite team.
It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season.
And
now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Miami Dolphins taking on the NFC champions. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis, and a lot of buzz with this one. Extra buzz, Charles, because the Dolphins trying to become the first team ever to win the Lombardi Trophy inside their home stadium. To escape, and he goes down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
Yes.
3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick.
No,
This is Albert Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they got themselves a first down.
That dude got broken ankles.
You want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not
That's
only
what I
get
like
open,
to see
but when they're
right
covered,
there.
can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. On second down, it's Drake. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, if those at home were wondering if we were going to see some offense in this Super Bowl, I think your answer was right there. Incomplete, but they take a big shot early.
Like the script. If they get the big play early, so much the better. But if nothing else, they send a message. They're going to be aggressive in this game.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will pin them back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was going for the tight end, Nick Vanette. And it's 3rd and short. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Throwing again here, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
There, Russell.
Credit the sack to the safety, Rashad Jones.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
Russell, that is all on you.
Incomplete.
You got to get better on that.
Surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st down, Drake.
Dang, how do you get 4 yards on that?
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
There's no way they're running a pass.
On 2nd down, it's Drake trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Let's see. Marshawn Lynch. Can I get him in? No. You're kidding me. All right.
Nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd and 1, Wilson. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's Wilson.
Oh, yes.
He's got the tight end, Madden.
Good catch,
He'll get this one down near
Madden.
the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football.
I'm going to try and hit Chris Carson.
Able to look it in and picks up the
Or a
first down.
touchdown to Van
Throwing now, Wilson on first down.
Dang it.
And he goes down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area.
Once they started, once I saw them coming, I was like, gosh dang it.
After the sack on
There
first
we
down,
go.
Wilson, wide open receiver, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
We'll try to run
That
it.
one a gain of 20 and a first down. They'll run on first down. Carson.
Why did I
And he
truck
can't
so early?
quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those
I know
last
what
two
I'm gonna do.
plays. Well, one unit
Try
I know
to
you want to
read
watch is that
option.
offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing
What
so
do you say
far,
this guy
that
bites?
continuity is there, and you can see that they're
Let's
playing off of
go.
each.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, this is the Super Bowl. A touchdown scored in any game is big. In this one, it's massive.
And his kick
No
is no
way.
good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Miami's offense takes the field again. You think about their 2019 season. It might be the rare overachieving 5-11 label that you give them. You know, you look at it, everybody
overachieve at 5-11.
because look at what they were dealing with, and then they kind of cleared the cupboard, but ended up getting 5 wins, including the one that kept New England from getting a first-round bye in Week 17.
I like the case you just made. You brought me over to the other side on that. Actually, I was just busting your chops. I'm absolutely with you on that. That is an overachieving 5-11 team. If you looked at that roster at the beginning of the season and even throughout and said to yourself, where are the wins coming from? You might have gotten to 3. I give Brian Flores and his staff a ton of credit for continuing to compete, and now I'm eager to see what they do with the number 5 pick in the NFL draft. Is it going to be a quarterback? Because Ryan Fitzpatrick did it again with Fitzmagic down the stretch beating New England. Do you bring in a guy that you can groom and let Fitzpatrick continue to be your QB?
Well, it's a good point about quarterbacks. And they were 27th in offense, but actually they threw the ball okay. They finished 12th in passing.
Devontae Parker, a breakout season at wide receiver.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have a look at it, 3rd and 10. Now Fitzpatrick. And it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team. And everybody was like, wait a second. No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive, because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well. And you would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry, to the all-pro running back. Henry ends up being a second-team guy, but McCaffrey deserves being first-team running back as well as first-team flex. He had a tremendous, spectacular year.
And as you might imagine, Baltimore leads the way. 5 players named to the All-Pro selection. Of course, leading the way for them, the quarterback Lamar Jackson.
Yes, and rightly so. And I fully expect him to be named the MVP when we get to NFL honors right before the Super Bowl. He's going to sweep all of those, and he deserves it. Carried that team throughout the season and got better in their bigger games.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. Wilson escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now Wilson, flush to his right, and now he's going to use his legs. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson.
And a baby Russell.
His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it.
I got to go for 2.
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. They're going to keep it on the ground. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
Let's go for 2 next time.
And as he approaches to kick it off, he might be thinking this could be a 14-0 lead with a couple of PATs as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Well, as they come out here to set up shop for this next drive, let's talk about the NFC Championship game coming up. San Francisco hosting Green Bay. It was the road teams winning in the wild card round, Seattle, Minnesota, but the home teams bounced back in the divisional round. 49ers beating the Vikings and the Pack beating Seattle in Lambeau. So it sets up a great NFC Championship game.
And a rematch of their regular season meeting that San Francisco dominated. Don't think Green Bay has forgotten that one. They have not traveled well to the West Coast this season, losing at the Chargers, losing at San Francisco. I think they'll play much better in this one. Aaron Rodgers burning to get back to the Super Bowl yet again.
And he completes it to Wilson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Fitzpatrick going deep here for Stills. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Oh, great. I can't let them get that again.
For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Well, he will take it for a Dolphins touchdown. 25 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Chris Carson trotting back out there. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Sorry if you hear some
feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 45-yard line.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
To throw is Wilson. And an alley to run. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards
Lamar's
rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL.
The man in Madden, he fumbles so fast.
Good thing Russell Wilson doesn't fumble. We'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Being chased, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
That's what I was trying not to do.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward.
Rip. No.
Is it worth it at that point? Whatever you're going to pick up, they either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option. Taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it.
All right, I'm running a man coverage, cover 1.
A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. Fitzpatrick, that's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Play action now, Fitzpatrick. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
No.
He did. Now here's a throw right side.
I blitzed the wrong guy and a face mask.
The big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Here's a run with Balaj. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Yes, sir.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Fitzpatrick to throw it.
Gosh,
he's got his tight end Gesicki in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it.
No.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a fine.
That's what I'm talking about, boy. What? Check 52 tonight.
Partner, there less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated.
Oh my gosh. You just need to walk one guy.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will do it for this first half. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you, so the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. This is fielded at the goal line. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
I wonder if DK Metcalf will be
Coming to the
there.
line here to begin their
Because
next
if not, I'm
drive, the
going to
Seahawks
burn
offense.
it.
They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he's
Would you even drop?
Again.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Going left side, it's complete. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of the first as that leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. On 1st down, Wilson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line.
Throw the ball away. I tried doing it 3 times.
Sacked at Jerome Baker.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Oh my gosh, my line sucks.
And he goes down once more. Akeem
Should never be 3rd and 4.
He's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he
Catch
knocks
the
ball away.
Tyler
Falls
Lockett.
incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end.
Come on, drop the guy.
They're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. Now a short one to Gesicki. Past the 20. And that one results in 35 yards.
If they score here, I'm done.
What a
I can't
luxury to have a
win.
tight end that can not only catch it, but then can
Apparently,
run after the catch
Seattle's
like that.
sucks.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well.
See, that's called a hit stick.
These
What
guys
do
are
you do?
essentially bulked up
I'm
wide
not
receivers,
actually.
and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Fitzpatrick to the end zone, but it's incomplete. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. To the air again, Fitzpatrick. And
Would you
this is
cover me?
caught by Allen for a Miami touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's Russell Wilson in the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
He caught it.
The bus
Started
driver.
running.
See if
Dropped
he
it.
can drive the bus
That's
here
not
again on this
incomplete.
drive. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
Now Wilson on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
It's funny that
Wilson
Russell
now.
Wilson every game
5 straight completions
has
here in
like
this
5
second
touchdown
half.
passes.
First and 10.
And
Here's
he's got
Wilson to
another
throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 13 yards out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well, Charles, you said it after the fourth down stop. That's almost guaranteed points the other way, and that comes to fruition with a touchdown.
Well, the unnecessary risk did come back to haunt them, didn't it? End up getting those points that I predicted that they were going to give up, because it's guaranteed points if you don't make that play.
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Wilson will throw again. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a 1-point lead, and it just changes the complexion of the whole game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters, because you know they'll make some adjustments.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Drake. Well, they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Running, it's Drake. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Drake. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Bradley McDougald that time able to knock it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run now with Gaskin. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Back now here on EA Sports.
Let's go, boys.
And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. On play action, Fitzpatrick. They're able to locate Wilson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
Oh, no.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. On 2nd and 7, Fitzpatrick. He dumps it off to Dre. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Fitzpatrick on 3rd and 2. And it's caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines, while this one
from the 2-yard line. Back at the 11-yard line. Utah State with a sack. Big play. And the blitz does come. Caught by Wilson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
All right, field goal gets you the lead here. I mean, but I might want to just go ahead and go for something big.
Oh, come on, you got to kick it.
I mean, you got to be glad I'm not the head coach here, right? The whole team would want to revolt at this point.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long way from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind,
let's go. Go Tyler Lockett. Go Tyler Lockett.
Seal this thing.
And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
On 1st down, it's Carson. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. We've had some wild Super Bowl finishes recently. 49 in Arizona, 51 in Houston, now this one. On third down, Carson. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They'll try to run with Carson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Now it's Carson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now let's talk about Kenyon Drake. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in the game.
Yeah, about the 4 in the game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
Huge first down, gotta hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Fitzpatrick to throw. On the right side, open is Gesicki. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Fitzpatrick, the old war horse, getting everybody up to the line quickly. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now a draw play with Drake. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one,
let's go, baby.
Of 8. And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
So that'll do it for today. And